Welcome back to Bee Loft by LipTech. Today is Saturday, April 18th. We're back out here at the farm apiary. It's 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius. We're back out here a week after last week because of the fact that the end hive I thought might be getting ready to swarm. So I wanted to get back out here, check for queen cells, make sure that they're not getting ready to swarm. And if they are ready to swarm, I'm going to make some splits. If they're not, we're just going to give them a quick check. We might split them into two boxes and depopulate them and let them create their own queen cells and go from there. So stay tuned and we'll get on to the beekeeping. So apparently the bees here on the left hive heard me laying the equipment and stuff up on top. Got them riled up a little bit. It's a little cool today, so the bees really aren't flying that much. So I'm just trying to keep them. I'm going to try to get in and get out pretty quick. If I don't see any queen cells, like I said, I might just split the two boxes in half since I've made it a 4 deeps tall, and then put a medium on top of the hive, regular super. So we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned here. Okay, so as you can see here, lots of bees in this hive. Again, same as last week. It'll be in my hand here. Don't want to shake my hand over the hive too quick. They seem a little sensitive. A lot of beetles today. I must have killed 30 or 40 of them already. There's a beetle trap right here, so hopefully, this hive is so populated that they are taking care of the bees or the beetles pretty well. They're corralling them, trying to limit their damage, and I'll probably, get some more beetle traps in here the next time I come out. But I wanted to see if they are getting ready to build some queen cells. I'm not sure where the queen was the last time. If she was down below or if she was in this box. But I put a box in between here. So what I'm going to do at the moment is I'm going to crack this box off. Get in between the hive here. It's a very heavy box. I'm going to move kind of slow if I can. Keep the bees from coming at me. I'll set this box over here. And check underneath here. There are a couple queen cups, but they're not building anything. So I'm just going to set that down right here. And then I'm going to examine this. Hopefully I find the queen over here or in the box that's sitting right here in front of us. Actually, I'm probably going to start with this box here and open up this beetle trap. I'm going to have to clean these traps out. They're getting kind of full. So let's start with this hive here. The bees are kind of calm today. Like I said, it's not that warm out, and I haven't stirred them up too much yet. I'm going to try to give them a little smoke. I mean, it's not a lot of sun, overcast today. It's been raining. Rained this morning. Gotta get the smoker going more. So sometimes when I start my smoker, I get too compact and I have to loosen up a little bit, get some air in there. And then I get some good smoke going. There we go. So I had a couple queen cups, but nothing in them on the bottom of that one when I tilted it up and looked underneath. This box was completely empty last week. This was from the dead out that we had. So I'm going to separate these frames. I'm going to try to pull out the second frame. I don't want to leave these bees exposed too long. They'll be fine, but you know, today and tomorrow it's supposed to be cold. Supposed to get in the 30s tonight. So I want to make sure there's plenty of bees in both boxes. So nothing should be capped yet because this queen should have just been laying for a week if she got up in here. They're already filling it with nectar, which is a good sign. But there's a hive beetle right there in the middle. Just knock that one. Bees are going after it. I don't want to spend the day chasing beetles, so we're just going to let that go. Let me get another frame out here. If I find the queen in here, I'll just move the box over to the other side and make sure there's still eggs in this hive. Well, again, lots of nectar going on here. Just looking for the queen, going slow. Can't move too quick because if you do, it stirs the bees up. And like I said, it's not, man, the beetles are active in this hive. There's 2 more, 3 more, 4 more. Wow, lots of beetles. So I just keep killing them. Lots of drones here. There's another beetle. But yeah, they're getting lots of nectar in there. Sorry, not sure. I'm looking down in the middle here. Looking for eggs. Looking for the queen. Let me separate these frames a little more. I would like to see if the queen did lay up here. So far I'm just seeing a ton of drones. Oh, there's our queen right there. Right there at the bottom. So I now can separate this box over, now that I know the queen's here, and look in the other box. My key right now is to make sure that she is not going to drop down below. Just trying to move up a little bit there. I don't want her to drop into the other hive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this one-handed real tight because I have had a habit of dropping things. And I'm going to move her over to this other hive or other box and make this split today, just because this hive is so full. Keeping my eye on this queen. Still crawling real slow at the bottom. This is a 2-year-old queen, so they're going to be superseding her anyways. So let me get this frame out. Put it right in the middle of this other hive. Do not want to set her down. I can get my hive tool again. There we go. All right, got a frame of brood out here. That's perfect. I'm going to set her in here. Gently Okay, I'm going to take this frame of brood and stick it over here. You can see that frame of brood there. I'm going to put that right in the middle. Okay, I'm going to go get my hive tool, and I'm going to put this, I'm going to see if I can find any eggs here real quick. So I already looked at that frame. Not see any eggs on that. And seeing that she was in the middle here, let me look one more frame over, and I might put that in the bottom of this hive. I got these bees stirred up a little bit. There we go. Let me get my smoker. Calm these bees down a little bit. There we go. That calmed them down. There we go. Got them riled up a little bit. So let me take this out here. See if she laid in here at all. Not seeing any in here. Let me get my magnifying glass out. Cleaned it up the other day so I can see out of it today. There we go. See how nice and clean that is? There are no eggs in this frame. So let me check one more frame. Otherwise I'm going to have to try to steal a frame from that other hive, or the other box that I just put the queen into, or see if there's any eggs down below here that they're making. Yep, lots of nectar. They're really bringing it in out here at the farm. I'm not seeing any eggs, so let me put this back down in here. Put this back together. Move it over to the other side. As you can see how populated this hive is. I mean, it's probably up to 30,000, 40,000 bees already, and it's, you know, going into the third week of April. And so slide these back over. You can hear these bees. They're getting a little upset now. Like I said, it's a cold day and I'm ruining their warm hive. So all right, well, I'm going to finish wrapping this up here. I need a little more space here. See if I can get that. There we go. And we'll move on. I'm going to see what's going on. I'll let you know here before I wrap up the video completely. So I ended up making a split. I did not find any queen cells in this hive, which I was expecting. So I made sure there was eggs in this hive here, and you can see all the bees kind of mad at me today. I'm not sure about this gap, what's going on here. A little bit of gap, but they'll fill it in, seal it up, and then the original queen is in this hive over here. So I put a super on top of there. Again, I got a small little gap, and I bought that equipment from somebody. I'm not sure if it's a good box or not, because when I put the queen excluder on, it has a little gap there. So again, the bees will seal it up and protect it. But you can see the bees, zoom in a little bit for you, are right there on the ledge, right there. So, but I got to put a entrance reducer in, like I like to put in, and I'll smoke those bees down a little bit, calm them down, and I'm going to wrap things up here today. It's just a little too chilly, I think. I don't think these bees are going to swarm now, but they might. Never know. And then, of course, the next hive over there, this hive here, is the one that I put the potential queen cell in last week and made sure there was eggs. So there could be some queen cells in there, but I'm not touching that one until the first week of May, and we'll see what goes on there. But the bees are bringing in lots of nectar. There should be a good honey crop out here this year. They're pretty full up. I need to get some frames made, clean up my equipment. I'm going to stop at Harbor Freight tonight, get a steamer, see if that helps me clean up my plastic ware. I got some foundations that I like to use. I do have some wax foundations, but when I do my extraction, I do like to use the plastic foundations because it seems to hold together better, and I don't have to worry about blowouts. So thanks for watching Bee Loft by Lip Tack, and we'll see you on the next video.